Okay, this is going to be a 7-minute routine. All you'll need is a wall. I'm going to walk you through 9 movements and you can follow along as I go. This first one is just a chance to check in and see how you're feeling. Standing tall, gently twist side to side. Let the arms dangle and flow freely as you turn from the whole body without moving the feet. Next up, we're going to work on centering our weight where we can move the most easily in any direction. So we'll lean the weight forward and feel your toes grip into the floor. Then as you shift back, it might almost feel like you're going to fall over. Again, we'll lean too far forward, feel those toes. Lean back, not with the head, but the whole body shifts back. The hips, the shoulders, the head, everything moves back together. We'll settle halfway in between, and then do the same thing side to side. Over to the right side, too far, over to the left. Try to find where you're centered. Your weight is relaxed right in the middle of forward and back, of left and right. Next up, we're gonna take a slouch. Let your hands come a few inches down your thighs and round forward. As you inhale, think about your big turtle shell getting even bigger. As you exhale, reach a couple inches further down, staying rounded. Again, inhale, big turtle shell. Exhale, round even further forward. Now the knees can stay soft here, they can be a little bit bent. It's not about a hamstring stretch. We're working on rounding forward and breathing into the back. So you can go as far down as you like or not. Wherever you want to stop, take a few more breaths. Inhale, nice big turtle shell. Exhale, staying rounded. So we're stretching out the back, strengthening the front, and learning how to breathe throughout our entire torso. One last breath here, and then you can come to standing at your own pace. Next up, we're going to get moving side to side, which we don't do all that much of. So as you reach down to one side, feel your ribs and hips grow further away from each other, like a long bow on your side, and then feel them get closer as you return to standing. Inhale as you feel that big bowing stretch. Exhale to come up to standing. Alternating sides. Inhale, feel the bow. Exhale, feel it shrink. Inhale, reaching down your leg. Exhale to come back up. If it's feeling good, you can try to reach a bit further down your side on each repetition. But again, the idea is to stretch out the side, feel the ribs moving. So don't worry too much about how far you're reaching, as long as it's feeling good for you. This next movement will help us gain control from the pelvis all the way up to the neck. Go ahead and hug yourself. Your elbows and chest are going to stay facing forward, but turn your head to one side, and then try to turn the hips to that same side. Bring it back, the head goes to the other side, try to bring those hips along, and return. Now if you can, we'll try to move them together, so the head and hips turn side to side as smoothly as you can, but notice the elbows and the chest stay facing forward. So we're not turning the whole torso side to side. Again, elbows stay forward, the head looks to one side with the hips going along with it. The movement won't be very big, but try to keep it controlled. Next up, you're going to face the wall and reach such that you can just barely tap it as you reach one arm as far forward as you can. We alternate side to side, one hand reaches forward, the other elbow pulls back. And then you can go ahead and shift over to one foot. The other foot will just help you keep your balance. So as you reach with the left hand, you're standing on the right. As you reach with the right hand, you're standing on the left. Let yourself turn, rotate from side to side, and let the whole body organize itself from foot all the way up through fingertips to help with that rotation. Next up, we'll add a bit of tension to that rotation. So stand just a couple inches in front of the wall, turn, reach across, and see if you can tap the wall to your side. If not, just reaching in that direction is totally fine. If you can easily reach, try to get all of your fingertips to touch the wall to take it a bit further. And notice the hand that's not reaching can actively reach behind you to help with that twist. If you can get all the fingers down, that would be a next step. Or even trying to reach the whole palm down to touch the wall, and then see how far you can get it behind you to encourage a bigger and bigger rotation. In our second to last movement, we'll let the hips lead and our torsos follow. So hands on the hips, we'll take a small circle to start. If it's feeling good, circle those hips nice and big. I like to imagine I'm standing in a giant jar and trying to scrape around the edges. And then you can let the torso join in. So as the hips go back, the torso comes forward, and vice versa. The hips are leading the movement, and the spine follows along. Feel free to make a nice big circle if it's feeling good, or keep it small. We'll switch directions. Again, the hips are leading the movement. They're painting a circle around you. The spine is kind of acting as a counterweight, following their lead. And finally, we'll check in again by returning to our very first movement. Set your feet under the hips and take a gentle twist side to side. If it feels good, you can even close your eyes here. And if you're like me, you feel like you're rotating a bit more easily and a bit further from each side to the next. Whatever you're about to go back into, whether it's work or going to play some sport, I hope you're feeling a bit better. If so, you have a routine you can come back to anytime.